Hey guys, welcome back to the channel as I drink a little water. And up next is a horror movie that's available on Netflix, but this is not a good one. It is from 2020. It's a movie called Death of Me, and it is directed by Daniel Lynn Boseman, but it's not one of his best efforts. It is set um, in a remote island in Thailand, and it stars Maggie Q. That's one of the reasons why I want to watch this movie because I do have the hots for her. Especially when I watched her in Designated Survivor and seen her in a couple of films, but yeah, especially Designated Survivor. Alex Esso and Luke Hemsworth played. So Luke Hemsworth is the third and lesser known of the Hemsworth brothers. Um, the other actress, very surprising because she kind of looks familiar, but I had no clue who she was. And I had to check. So it's Alexandra Esso. She's a Canadian actress who has been in The Midnight Mass, Haunting of Bly Manor, and Doctor Sleep. Yeah, that's why she kind of looks very familiar to me. So this movie basically starts off with this couple who is American couple. Maggie Q plays Christine, Luke Hemsworth plays Neil. They're I don't think it's honeymooning. They're just on vacation and this island, and there is supposed to be this storm coming in. When they wake up, it looks like there's had been a big struggle. There's a lot of dirt around the rented place that they're staying, and they both are seemingly both the worst for wear. But they don't know exactly what has happened. They just know that they were drinking in a bar, in a local bar the previous night, and that's all they remember. So apparently, there's this in the bar. They give them something that's put them something in their drink, and well, they see that Neil has basically they have sex in the somewhere out in the grounds, and then he chokes her to death, and then somehow the other she is alive. They also gave her a pendant, a nice looking pendant though, but that has supernatural powers, and it's basically the thing that's actually protecting Christine, keeping her alive. So the whole story around this movie is in this weird island of these crazy people in Thailand. They have, in order to keep the islands and the people safe, the settlement safe, they will sacrifice a pregnant woman, and she has to. That's the funniest part. She has to go willingly or something like that, but at the same time, Christine is not willing to actually do it. So it's kind of odd. So there's all these strange stuff. She sees all these weird things. One minute Neil is here, and then she can't find him. Neil also has a little bit of odd things. He can't remember what has happened, and finally he's killed. There's a lot of weird stuff in this movie, and it's boring also. I get the part of the sacrifice, but I didn't really get. I mean, at times I don't know what's happening, and it's kind of like stop, start quite a bit. All the villagers are in on it, and there's this foreigner, Samantha, played by Alex Esso, and her daughter, but apparently she's not her daughter. They're pretending to be mother and daughter. They're also there, and she says she's got no problems in staying, but she's also in on it as well. So weird. So yeah, they want to burn her alive. At the end, she fights back, and because her sacrifice doesn't happen, she escapes onto the seas on a boat. The storm, which always seems to be headed toward that island, and nothing ever happens till now, because the sacrifice didn't happen. The storm hits the island. The entire place is destroyed. All the housing, the buildings, everything, and it's basically nothing major. So it's all like smaller houses and stuff. Everything is destroyed. All the people are killed in the storm, and they also find the body of Christine. She was floating on the boat, but she took the pendant off, and therefore she dies. They assume that when the authorities catch up to her boat, they assume that she is from the island. They bring her back. When they put all the when they put all the bodies in body bags, basically they put the pendant along in her, and when they put it on her and they close it up, she wakens up, and that ends the movie. On the Wikipedia page, I actually see somebody has added to this movie, arguably the worst movie on Netflix, and I don't know if that is true. Of course, I haven't watched everything on Netflix, but I would say it's one of the worst movies I've seen recent years, at least for the last 5 years or so. It's really bad. Avoid at all cost. I will give the movie a 3.5 out of 10 because the ending was at least a little bit more exciting. 3.5 out of 10. Avoid. Thank you. Good night.